Chris and Tammy with Collard Valley Cooks, and today, as promised, we're coming to you at 2 o'clock on Sundays, and today we're making funnel cakes. Now, I've got both of her recipes. She actually had 3. They're the same recipe, but guess what? One has a boo-boo. She didn't list the flour, and she listed the wrong, she got mixed up and didn't list everything. Let me just say that. And some of the ingredients are the wrong amounts. So accidents do happen even on your grandmother's or mother's recipes. So you might not, always double check, because 1 out of 3 would not have worked, okay? But these 2, of course, will. And I'm going to make these with all-purpose flour, just like she did. I also went out to the garden and I got some squash blossoms. And y'all, these things are the most delicate things I've ever touched. They are very delicate. So I looked at a couple of things, and one of them said for you to tear the blossoms apart and fry them. But I've always seen in a restaurant, these fancy restaurants have them, and they do the whole blossom. Now, they must get special blossoms from special squash, maybe a zucchini or something that holds together better, because these blossoms are very, like, they stick together and they don't hold the shape. How's that? So we're going to do what we can with them, see what happens. We're going to use the same batter as we do for the funnel cake on the squash blossom, because it's almost identical anyway. The difference is the sugar, and who cares about that, right? We're just trying to see if we can do it. Today, for the funnel cakes, we're going to be using 1 1/4 cups of flour. There's 1/4. And I'm not sifting this together. I'm just going to mix it up together, okay? Because I've got powdered sugar in my sifter to sift the funnel cakes with. So we got 1 1/4 cups of flour. We're going to use 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder. And the reason I decided to go with self-rising flour is because of the amounts of baking powder, salt, and soda were different than what is already in self-rising flour. So I just wanted to do it like the original recipe. And we're going to be using a teaspoon of baking soda, which is a lot of baking soda. But it was that way on both recipes. And this is 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to whisk that up. We've got our oil on over here. Your oil is supposed to be at 375 degrees. Now, some people, when they make these, actually use a ring and pour them in a ring. And like if you're making a lot of them, like if you're a big company, you have to do that because your area where you're frying the funnel cakes is big. But now for mine, I chose a skillet that's the size of what I want my funnel cake to be. And that way I don't have to worry about it. It'll automatically make it as big as I want it to. So just do a good job whisking it together if you don't sift it together. Okay? Now for the liquids, you're going to take an egg. You're going to beat it. Three-quarter cups of milk and vanilla. Now, if you want to put butter flavoring in there, you can. I got it out. It would probably make it taste really good. That's up to you. We're just going to put a little vanilla in it. I've been studying vanilla, and let me just say this. There's a difference between real vanilla flavoring extract and not vanilla flavoring. There's a difference between pure vanilla extract and vanilla flavoring. And you need to make sure if you're baking or bringing something to a high heat, it says that you really need a baking vanilla. And this says it's a baking vanilla. And that's the biggest difference in the two. is they say that the extract is typically not a baking extract, but that one says it is, so we're using it. I didn't know that. I thought if you had a higher expensive extract, it automatically was better, but it's not necessarily so, because if you bring it to a high heat, now we're going to mix the liquids into the dry ingredients, and it's supposed to be runny, like a pancake batter, runny enough to go through the funnel. But anyway, about the extracts, I want to tell them about those, Chris. Let me see them for a second. Pure vanilla extract evaporates. It's like it goes away. It doesn't stay in the...
It's like alcohol.
It's like alcohol. It has alcohol in it, so the alcohol does burn off. Yes, good job, Chris. And so that's the reason when you bake, you're better off using a flavoring. But now everybody has a different opinion, and a million people's done videos on it, and I don't know. I know my mama never could afford the real stuff. She always used flavoring. Most of the time, that's what she used, Watkins. Or Baker's. I think it was Baker's she would use too. Look how nice and pretty that is. It's smooth and it's runny. See that? Mm-hmm. And that's how you want it. Now we're going to see how hot this oil is. Mm-hmm. You want it to be right at 375. Now when you make a funnel cake, you put it through a funnel, and you can stop the whole of the funnel once you get enough in there that you think it's a pretty funnel cake. Or you can just put a certain amount in the funnel and use it all. And that's what I'm going to try to do today. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup, and we're going to see how big of a funnel cake it makes.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So you don't have to wait to go to the fair to get a funnel cake.
I have to slow it down some. So the slower you go, the bigger the wiggles are. It's getting brown too quick. I think maybe...
It's gonna cool. It's cooling off now.
You think?
Absolutely.
Now, I'm sure the next one will do better. That was our first one. It wound up being about a 1/2 cup, y'all. If you want to know exactly how much you need.
Yeah, and you might be better off with a little bit funnel with a little bit bigger.
All right, let's flip it. We're going to flip it. It said 2 minutes aside. If you don't have it too hot, it's fine. It's doing good.
Yeah, it's cooling down. Like you got it to 375. Now it's
right.
I'm sure cooled.
Let's see about what the temp is now. So you want it to fry a couple of minutes aside. Hope I didn't break it.
You broke it.
I think it's been about time. What do you think, Chris?
Sure.
All right, we're going to flip it.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Didn't think about that part, did you?
Uh-oh.
Marcy.
All right, here we go.
Not want to look
Ready?
out. Yep. Hey.
It
Look
is
at that.
brown.
That's perfect.
Oh, it's a little brown, but the next one will probably not be as brown, so.
I don't think it's too brown.
You don't?
No.
You like a crunchy funnel cake? Most funnel cakes are
Yeah.
light colored. Light in color.
Probably because they cook.
All right, I'm going to put this there. We're going to make a mess. That's what we're going to do before it's over. And that's all right. Strictly all right.
You're not going to put something underneath that so the grease don't get all over the place?
Grease is good for cast iron. So I don't think it's going to hurt it. Oh, I saved my squash pollen pods just so y'all can see how pretty they are. You're not supposed to fry that part. You're supposed to take it out of the squash. But I just thought they were so cute. I saved them. Oh, and guess what we saw today, y'all? That needs about 30 more seconds at least. We saw a baby,
Some kind of snake.
scarlet, snake.
Rattlesnake.
Nope, it was not a rattlesnake. We saw a baby scarlet snake. It was the most beautiful little snake you've ever seen. Wasn't even as big around as my pinky. It was baby. It was about that long in the pool basket. And y'all, I've never seen one before. And I knew that when red touches yellow, it'll kill a fella. But if red touches black, it's a friend of Jack. So I knew he was a friend of mine. And they actually have a king snake that is colored the same way. But the difference in the king snake, look at there.
I think that's perfect.
The difference in a king snake and a scarlet snake is the king snake's head's black. Look at here. We're going to dust it with powdered sugar. Look at there. Look at there. And start the next one.
Okay.
And it says to put them on something to keep them from sweating on the bottom. Y'all know I'm a firm believer on cookie. I love my cookie. Now you start that going down through there. I may have to put a straw through this thing before it's over. I think my batter's not going through. Maybe I don't have a big enough funnel. I'm not doing very good on this one, y'all, because I'm just studying it. Sorry.
Just push it.
Well, I need something to push it with.
You got that spoon you had in your hand. Can't use that.
No, I mean I want something to go through the hole.
Oh.
Get it started good. Come on out of there. Well, I did better with the first one. I think my batter's gotten thicker. I'm just going to start this one over. We're going to thin up our batter a little bit and start over.
Well, there ain't going to be nothing wrong with that.
Well, it ain't pretty like a funnel cake's supposed to be. Guess we can eat it anyway.
Give it a chance to cook.
All right. So there's a tip for you. After your batter sits a minute, that flour and baking soda and stuff's going to start reacting together. And now it's more like cake mix than it is funnel cake mix. Serve them like with, oh gosh, that's crunchy. Look at that. It is crunchy as it can be. See how crunchy it is? It don't bend or nothing.
Yeah, that's a funnel cake.
That is delicious looking. And you can serve them up with a pie filling if you want to. All right, I think we can flip these. This one. Now we got a lot of batter right there in the middle. But that's all right because our burner, our gas burner actually has a center flame. So it'll get it good and done. And y'all hang on now. You don't want to miss the fry the squash blossoms. I've never done that either. We're doing 2 nevers live today. I'm a brave woman. Brave woman. We already had our lunch. Oh, while this finishes up, let me just check it. And then I'll show y'all what we had for lunch today because we can go over here. I'll show y'all what we had for lunch today. We used our new smoker that we showed y'all yesterday. I didn't get finished with my lunch before it was 2 o'clock. So I still haven't finished eating. Y'all, this chicken, Chris spatchcocked it. He put one seasoning on one side that was spicy and one that's not so spicy on my side. And I salted it really good. It is, I'm not kidding, the best smoked chicken I've ever tasted. It is perfect for me. It's not, I like smoked stuff, but I don't like it so smoky. It tastes like it's been in the smoke, like, if that makes sense. Turn it over that way. Let's put our stuff on it. I'm sure it's still really delicious, just like that. It may not look like one at the fair. Well, it does to me. Most of the time, they got some kid working in the fair anyway. Look, it's crunchy too. Just as crunchy as it can be. Just as crunchy as it can be, y'all. Look at that.
Hmm.
Now, while this one gets brown,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to taste it.
Nope, sorry.
And then we're going to do some squash.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can sprinkle it with some cinnamon sugar if you like that. Or you can just have it with powdered sugar. You can put some pie filling on the top, however you want to have yours. But at the fair, you typically just have it with powdered sugar.
It's pretty bad, huh?
His mama did good writing down her recipes. Because 2 of them were perfect, Jeff.
And if you want to know who she's talking about, you can go back and watch last night's
Yeah, I was looking.
video.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they're delicious, y'all. The bomb. Now don't touch this one. I'm going to use it for the picture.
Okay.
It's good. Y'all, this is good. It's better than the fairs to me. What do you think, Chris?
I never ate them.
Your mama didn't let you buy them, did they? They are expensive.
I mean, when I was a kid, I never seen one of those things till I was probably.
Well, your fair wasn't as big as ours, was it?
We didn't have a fair.
In Polk County. Honey, our Polk County fair was fun. We always went. And I knew I was cooking these today, so I'll talk to y'all a minute about this. Tell me about how you went to the fair. We always went on Kids Free Day because they'd give us tickets at school. And even then, it was so expensive. Mama never got us an armband or anything like that. She'd buy us so many tickets. We got to ride about 2 to 3 rides. We didn't ride all of them in the park, so we walked around and decided which ones we wanted to go on. And if somebody got a funnel cake, it was one person got the funnel cake and everybody got a bite. We didn't all get funnel cakes. So, if you've fried a squash blossom before, tell me if you pull them apart like this and fry them. I've got a paper towel in this one because I didn't want them to have any water after I rinsed them out on them. But this is a whole one.
I think they like put cheese in them and stuff if they're, but I don't think we could put cheese in these. They're pretty delicate.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you probably could.
I could put a little piece of cheese in it, but it would just run all into the grease.
I'm just saying there.
I'm not. And especially since I've thinned it down, but we're about to see.
You need to let it heat up a little bit. Your Earl. That looks nice. They probably need to be runnier anyway.
I would think so too, because the petals are so thin. So just hold it and let it shake off a little bit.
Okay.
This one's really pretty. This was my biggest bloom today. We just went out there and got the blooms. We got tons of blooms right now. I gotta hurry and flip that one. It's brown. You didn't think it was hot enough. It's already brown.
Well, I'm sure you don't cook them very long. They're squash blossoms.
Woo! Got brown quick.
I think they look good.
That one looks good. That one's the prettiest.
Yeah, I do.
All right, I'm going to do this whole one by itself because I don't want to mess it up.
Where are you going to put them on? On the
I'm just going to put them right here.
Okay.
Okay. Here's one. There's one. Now, this has got plenty of salt in the batter. So I really don't think I need to. Uh-oh, that's got funnel cake pieces on it.
They look pretty. You need to flip this one.
Okay. All right, let's get the other one battered.
What does it say your temperature is over there for squash blossoms? For medium well.
Oh, it don't. I was like, what is he talking about? You just confused the crap out of me.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and his joking. Oh, it pulled apart as soon as I put it in the thing.
Well, so much for that.
It is what it is. Good and hot, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Come here, buddy. That was a pretty one.
Mm-hmm. A little chicken wing.
You know what somebody said in the comments? Y'all were so good to comment on yesterday's live video. If you haven't watched it, go over there and watch it because we got a lot of feedback and good feedback for our bat house and for, I had somebody tell me that these taste, I'm surprised, but I'm going to see a little bit like chicken. We're going to see, I don't know how in the world it could, but I'm going to see. And, but I had people tell me they fry these all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people give me a lot of information about the fig leaf fern. It was just such a great video, and I've learned a lot from y'all. So I appreciate y'all watching it. And now today for funnel cakes, you've learned that the biggest and most important, and I knew that already because I did watch a couple of videos. The biggest and most important thing is that you have the temperature correct because you don't want them to get too brown too quick. You want them to get done in the middle. And that you have the batter, the perfect consistency. And when I mixed up her batter, it was the perfect consistency. Something new for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious. It tastes like fried squash.
That's good enough for me.
You see what you think.
Okay.
I mean, that's got a little bit of sweetness to it, and it shouldn't have for that. But,
Oh, because you had that sugar in the
but it's really good.
batter. Yeah, tastes like squash.
So for what it is, I'll give you my honest opinion since y'all like to have my honest opinions.
It's a delicacy.
Yeah. Here. I just do that because you put your hand in front of it. Are they good? Yes. Would I do it again? Absolutely not.
It's a lot of
Because
work.
it's a lot of work and a lot of trouble when you can wait till the squash are grown and chop them up and fry them up. And then you can even taste the squash better. So no, I wouldn't do it again. And would I do it if I needed maybe, what do you call it when you plate something and you're trying to be like a chef and you want it to look pretty?
Mm-hmm.
What do you call that?
Plating.
When you were plating a dinner and you had company over and you happen to have fresh squash
You
or
had the
zucchini
ladies over.
outside.
Yeah.
Not the ladies. I'm
The
talking about a
ladies
dinner, not a
of-
tea or
The ladies of the
anyway.
fancy club.
Yeah, these southern, what do you call them?
I don't,
Tea parties that they have on the TVs
Yeah.
and in the movies that I sure never went to because we grew up in the farm. And anyway, we didn't have anybody highfalutin in my. Anyway, but if you wanted to, they would make a really pretty, look how pretty they are. They would be pretty on a plate to dress something up. But that's it, y'all. I believe her name's Millie. I don't want to get it wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. And boy, these are good.
Only thing they need is more sugar on them.
Oh, yeah, Chris likes a lot of icing, but you got to be careful with the funnel cake. You don't want it to get soggy.
But that ain't
But
good.
honey, it's so crunchy, it ain't going to be soggy.
Yep.
I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Boy, we've had a good one. We've had this smoked chicken with a good baked potato. And now we're having a delicious, crunchy dessert thanks to Jeff's mama. We'll see you next time on Colored Valley Cooks, cooking like our mama's did, Jeff's mama.